Okay, apparently there's some new settings on OBS. So now we're streaming,
Okay.
but it's
Let me
on a delay.
refresh.
Word. What's up, boys?
Hey.
We're broadcasting the Top Cut.
I know. I'll leave when you guys start. That's why I asked in the chat.
We
We started.
Oh, my fault.
we're
Bye.
live.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right, so youtube.com/the hyperloops.
Yep.
I'm gonna share it out.
Okay, because I don't see that we're live.
I
But
know.
maybe it's that delay thing.
I think it's the delay. Because when we did that 22-second one, I had hit the button and it was going for a while before it actually showed up on YouTube. I had actually turned it off and then it showed up on YouTube.
Got it. Interesting.
But it's set to no delay, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
It could be a setting in OBS, but I didn't see one.
Well, growing pains, we'll figure it out. I mean, as long as we can at least record it.
Yeah. I mean, it's
we're good.
It's going to be live at some point.
So I got to be on TTS, and you have the room info. I'm assuming you can like DM it to me or whatever.
When I get it, I will send it to you.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull up the list. I mean, you might want to do that so we have them on the recording.
I already did.
Oh, nice. Are you is it on the screen? Because I can't see what you see.
Yeah, I know. I just put up the Tangerine Beckett Mariner by Astrotech, which is my pick to win because Beckett Mariner is one of my all-time favorite Star Trek characters. It's the Boba Fett list. And we can pop in between them. I'm going to leave that up now while we wait for...
Okay. I'm finding these lists. All right. So this first matchup is...
It's Command Boba Fett versus Command Krennic. All right, so see, it just went live, so it's like on delay. Not that anyone knows, but it's live for us now, so we can start sharing it out.
Command Boba Fett. Yep, I see it. First Command Krennic. Okay. Oh, this is a Yularen Krennic. This is okay. I like what he's going with here. People love Traitorous. 3 Traitorous. Well, wow, this is interesting. So he's playing 3 cell block guards, and he's playing. Okay, I see that it's live now. Perfect. That's great. Okay. So I'm as like somebody who played some Krennic. I'm looking at this list, and things that stand out to me are that he is playing 3 cell block guards and 3 of the Emperor's Royal Guard. I'm curious why he's doing that. I feel like when I play, I won't like, especially if I'm playing into Boba Fett. I don't want both of those, but maybe I'm crazy. Like my plan against Boba Fett is to ramp over his head and play more impactful bodies. And here it looks like his plan is to ramp into like Traitorous to steal something, like steal a super laser tech or steal a Boba Fett.
Stealing a super laser tech would be truly wild.
Oh, I did that in some play testing against J-Rod last night. He had to waylay his own super laser tech.
Why is it out? And like you're already at 5 mana. I don't know. That's
so I ramped.
Situation.
I think I ramped up, and he was trying to catch up on the ramp. You know, because like in my mind, the matchup between, the vigilance villainry heroes playing command, right? The command Iden or the command Krennic is like you got to go over the top. So that's why I'm kind of like wishing he had. I mean, he does have 9 big drops. Although we found that the 9 drop ship, what's it called?
Wait, we're talking about the Krennic list now.
Yep. Yeah, I've been talking about the Krennic list the entire time.
My bad.
Like literally the entire time.
Oh, I said we were starting with the Boba Fett list on the screen. I was trying to set everything up.
Classic.
Sorry,
brother.
Guys. Here's the Krennic list.
Okay, that's funny. So yeah, that can be a blooper reel right there for sure. So I'm looking at this list, and he is trying to go up over the top, right? 3 Dooku, 3 Vader. I mean, you got to play Vader, but I think that we both identified, and I think you were the first one to see it, is that 9-drop ship that blanks events. I would have really liked to see that in here, just because it'll stick on the board. So I'm curious to see how this goes. What are your thoughts, Mikey? Because I just talked for like 20 minutes on Krennic.
Well, I need you to talk because I'm setting everything up.
Oh, good. Okay. No, that's perfect.
I just sent you
I'm
the
doing
room
my job.
information.
Okay, thanks.
All right, so we talked about the Krennic list. People looked at the Boba list for a while, but we're gonna throw the Boba list on the screen.
But you know what? It's kind of good. Like to see, okay, we're talking about Krennic, but we're looking at what it needs to do to fight Boba. So it's not like the worst thing ever. And you're more of a Boba.
Yeah, let me take a look at this Boba list while you join the room. Everything's all set up now, so we're good.
Okay.
Some interesting calls in the Boba list because we have I can't remember his name, and the image is all grainy. But the 5-drop who has Overwhelm and gives another unit +2/+2 if you have a leader, like that can be really good because of how early Boba Fett can come out.
I've been thinking about that card a lot, and I never pulled the trigger on it, and I'm kind of feeling it, so that's cool.
And
it's like battle battalion, some kind of battalion.
Yeah, battalion. You know, we like ATSTs. He has surprise strikes. We're getting some chat. I love surprise strikes in Boba Fett. I love that just gives a little reach. He only has 2 waylay, which seems a little wild to me because it's so strong. But it's tough to fit everything. He's got the 3 DJ super laser techs and 3 resupplies. He's got a lot of 2-drops and doesn't have a big top end. So I'm guessing he's trying to be pretty aggro-y with all those 2-drops and the surprise strikes, overwhelming barrage, the +2/+2 on the overwhelm guy, and then waylay just to bounce something. And then can I get this chat a little easier? Is it over here? Okay. So that's pretty much it for the room. We're waiting for one of the opponents to show up.
So I'm looking at our stream from a little while ago and the Krennic list being up, and my first Krennic list, the random name generator gave me Gray Mr. Spock. So
the Star Trek names are on there.
Yeah.
I like Mariner a lot more than I like Spock, for what it's worth.
Well, as somebody who has not seen too much Star Trek, I think Spock is about the level that
Fair enough.
I know people at. I gotta turn this game sound on. This guy's shuffler is heckin' loud. I think that might have done it.
If anyone in the chat can tell me, if they refresh the stream, can you see the deck lists? Because I edited the description to have the deck lists.
Right now, the Tangerine Beckett Mariner one's up, and just a second ago it was Krennic.
You're not going to be able to tell me that because we're in real time and they're on the delay time. So.
I mean, I'm watching your stream.
Well, what about if you hit refresh? Does the description add the links to the decks?
Let me look, because I'm not logged in as.
Yeah.
I'm logged in as PTOD. The description. Yep, they're in there.
Awesome. So the deck lists, I linked the deck list images, in the description so people can check it out there. I can pop into the deck list as needed.
Cool.
The only thing I'm not seeing is the chat. OBS is kind of being a pain in the butt, not scrolling all the way down. But what's up to Ferrix? It looks like Zach and J-Rod watching. We've got 13 viewers. We're waiting for one of the opponents to show up. So, Matt, we're going to remain as gray players. And what I've asked them to do is pick a team. So Bargle's diamonds. And if we want to look in at his hand, we can be diamonds. I wasn't going to keep the hands on all the time. And I don't want to be black player because then they can see my hand and everything.
Yeah, and we're also, I guess like someone could have the stream up. So we got to be mindful of that.
Yeah, that's my reasoning for not wanting it. So you're not on the screen, so you could just like pick one of the players and always be in on their hand. Like you could be on Bargle now and see what he puts in his opening hand, what he resources, and just
Sure.
relay what his resources are or whatever. It's tough
Your
because sorry.
sorry, just to hop in. The stream is just like right now. It's just looking at Tabletop Simulator home screen. FYI.
It's looking at Tabletop Simulator home screen.
Yeah, I'll ship you a.
No, I can see it. It's what
Okay.
it shows on OBS also, but I wonder if it opened up a different. I might just have to do display capture.
Yeah. Probably what you got to do.
I guess I could.
Can you tell this is our first YouTube live?
Well, it's certainly been a while. I don't know if I like the side view. I think I like that view. You just have a top player and a bottom player.
Mm. So should I go on Bargle's team?
Yeah, you can choose diamonds, and I'll choose clubs, but I'll probably like pop off clubs for.
I almost like want to play it blind.
We could. I know that the document, like the league put out, wants hands to be seen, but like also.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But of course, like it's tough because of the stream sniping,
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for the updates. We're still waiting on one of the players to show up. So, and it's the player that sent me the information, I think. Actually, he just might be the guy. But we're waiting. We're waiting on player number 2.
We have a somewhat delay, right?
Yeah, that's true. I guess the delay kind of takes care of the fact that there's stream sniping, unless they're like really slow.
It's still the TTS menu, FYI. So while we're figuring out, might want to throw a deck list up or something. So it's.
I switched over. I think it's just the delay.
Yeah, oh, okay. So if this was like a Magic tournament, we'd be checking down the clock.
Yeah.
For that when you're at a GP and you're wondering if your opponent stayed out too late the night before.
Loss. Well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, cool. Now it's on Bargle. That's perfect. I mean, anything else stand out for you from the deck list? Oh, you tried side view. I see that now. Yeah, side view looks kind of.
Yeah, garb.
Kind of whack.
Let me take a look at the Krennic list. We'll put that up on the screen for a minute. So the Krennic list is on the screen. I love the Star Viper's main. I love that card. I'm not a big fan of Traitorous. I'm not a Traitorous truther. I just don't think I want to be spending 5 mana for a 3 cost. It's like
like you're playing down. You know what I mean? You're playing where you like. There's so many good 5-drops, and you're just playing down. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess
if you're playing against Yoda, like a Yoda list who's trying to put a lightsaber on him, like a Chirrut or a Luke list that's like playing a lot of lightsabers, I'd be like, yeah, I'm bringing Traitorous in if it even makes my board. But like, what 3-drops do you really want to steal? Boba Fett's the best one. You could steal like a Sentinel, but they're generally not that hard to kill. But yeah, I don't really want to spend. I don't want to trade down a 5 cost for a 3 cost card, because the 3 cost cards are generally low impact.
Yeah, and like you got. I mean, this color scheme. I think the 5-drops. A lot of people are starting to cut Callus now, but.
I guess, but you have even Yularen in your main deck. Wouldn't you want, wouldn't you want 3 Calluses if you're trying to gain life? Like, he doesn't have that many green units.
I still think Callus is good because you're ramping, so his stat block for a 5-drop is like okay, but he's trading into lower, cost.
The biggest issue is he doesn't trade into the best 4-drops. So like you're ramping and they play a 4 and you want to play a 5, and Callus doesn't kill like Kanan. or Bosk. You know what I mean? 5. I
Correct.
just think 5 is that number that you really want to be at.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely he's getting cut from lists for a reason, but I think if you're ramping up, and if you think about it this way, right, you ramp on 3, so on 4 you have initiative. I mean, yeah, they're gonna play some. They usually play something, so you have initiative on 5, so their 4 drop isn't even out yet, is what I'm saying. So you're killing a guy, and then they have to decide what they want to do with him, and sometimes you get to draw that card, which is not insignificant, especially playing this blue deck. So like the way I'm seeing things is like, okay, turn 3 I ramped with a resupply or whatever. Then they played something if you're on the initiative on turn 3, and then you get it back. So like that's kind of where the strategy I'm playing him with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. 10 minutes for a game loss, 15 minutes for a match loss. Okay. On the clock.
Yeah.
It's only been it's only 11:04. We started early, obviously.
Yeah.
To work out these growing pains.
Someone should like ping him, but I don't even. Who's this guy? Drosan? I wonder if they are. I'll go on the thing. I want to see a match. Like, what the heck is this thing called? Poor Astrotech. League chat. I mean, looking into Boba specifically, what is he having issues with? I guess the 3-drop ship he's having trouble. I mean, yeah, I think 3 traders is kind of a.
You can't traitor ships, right?
Why not?
I don't know.
Does it say that?
I don't know. I need to get the database up. I was setting up everything. Traitor.
That would be terrible then.
No, it's a non-leader unit. Okay. I mean, that might be a ship that might be a card you actually want the traders for because you can't deal with a shield.
Yeah,
which
but
is
like
tough.
That's why I started trying out the make an opening, especially because you need to gain like life gain is one of the things this deck struggles with, even though you have Krennic, which is interesting because it's a blue deck which has life gain, and again why I tried cargo ship out. But sometimes Krennic just isn't able to stabilize. Where I've had a little bit more success in that regard with Iden, because obviously she gains life. But I think she needs some kind of. Her overwhelming barrages aren't as good, and she needs some kind of stronger board removal to kind of really capture, I think, the big heal you're looking for. But we're not playing her; we're playing Krennic. So looking at Krennic, I think that make an opening could have been a good thing. He has it in his sideboard.
Yeah, those will come in.
Yeah,
and this guy, I mean, this Krennic list doesn't have a great overwhelming barrage either because it's, you're only getting. You're only getting 5 from a couple units.
Your Death Trooper can do 6 because if he pings himself,
and doesn't die, yeah.
Like and I mean that's another thing I like the Callus. If like he trades in with a low drop and they're like, he's not even worth dealing with. Like his is a 7. If they leave him up damaged. Yeah, I'm interesting to see why Royal Guard and Cell Blocker in there. Unless is there like later down the pipeline, is there aggro? Or maybe in the league. So I didn't follow.
A lot of people played aggro in the league and they had to submit.
That's probably it.
So he seems pre-built for aggro.
Yeah, that must have been it. That actually makes a lot more sense now. Because like we have our own internal play testing, which is obviously skews our thinking. So he's really predestined to fight out against the Sabines and the Leias. Although I still don't like Traitorous, but maybe I'm crazy.
No, I've always been kind of low on it, and I know other people are high on it. I just 5 for 3 just doesn't seem like what I want to do unless I'm stealing a Yoda with a lightsaber. I could be I think maybe sometimes you're ramping, right? So like you're playing on 5, you can take something if you can get initiative, or if they have a bunch of things out, you can take something before it attacks and then trade into another thing. So you're spending one
built in
card and a
2-for-1.
bunch of actions for a 2-for-1. So
That's
I
fair.
see its utility. And sometimes these cards are just better. Like there are cards that this guy might play because he knows how he wants to play them and how to use them effectively.
Yeah.
Whereas like we don't play them the same way, and we want to play our cards differently. So people might look at our lists and say like, "Oh, why are you doing that?"
I hope he shows up because I hope he shows up because I'd like to see how he plays it and like learn from that. Like I'm not trying to dog it. I'm just saying, that's something that we're not on. But something that we're not on, and I think you touched on it, right, is the Steadfast Battalion. Like that Astrotech's playing 3. And like talk about an ECL target. Like that thing can come in, and that's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on attack. So can it give itself the same thing? Because it's not when it's on it. It's like comes in, it attacks. It doesn't say another, right? Just get a friendly unit. So like it can. Am I wrong? It can ambush in for 7. Steadfast Battalion.
I think it does say another.
No, it just says give a friendly unit.
That's it.
Because I've been looking. I mean, it's a you can't ambush in everything, but like that's a 7. If that works that way, it's a 7/7. Because it's on attack, so
it says on attack. Yeah, true.
So that those boba turns that you talk about setting up, right? Like you get your boba out. You've waylaid something, then you untap 1, then you bring out boba and you attack, and then you get the other 2, and then you Steadfast Battalion. That's kind of nutty.
Yeah, that is really
if you
good.
have ECL still up. Yeah.
I wonder if it's better than Rook. Like it's gonna kill everything that Rook would kill.
Yeah, something to think about. That was a card that was like on my radar, and I never pulled the trigger, and I'm glad to see that multiple lists are trying it out. Because it's interesting.
There's so many 3-drops and so many 5-drops in the game. There's so few 4-drops.
Yeah.
Neither of these lists have a single card that costs 4. Is that right? No, they
other
than
takedown.
Krennic is playing takedown.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say like for units, like I don't love a lot of the blue, black, green units. Like I don't like Chisden or whatever his name is. I don't like the new grit.
I love Chisden, but you have to play mono blue, and you have to like skip your 2-drop, and then he's crazy.
Yeah, but like, all right, you just wait. Like, all right, I'm presuming that I'm playing against a ton of boba. I know this top 16 only has a few, but like, I think that as there's still a lot of cards left, but like, I think boba is gonna be very popular, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just showed you my hand and got waylaid. Like that feels bad. Or showed you my hand and tapped down, and now you know what to play around with, like all your tricks. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
so I'm cool on him.
You have to make him have it, obviously. If there's any low cost card draw for blue, he gets a little more interesting. Obviously, I just like when cards have a lot of potential.
Yeah. So this guy's been gone for at least the match started 11. It's 11-12. So I think he's like almost on a match loss.
He hasn't been on the Discord at all.
Yeah, I pinged him too. Can you reach out to someone and see if we can watch another match?
They're all going to be like in the middle of play. We're not going to have the lists all set up and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't want to like interrupt people playing.
That's fair.
Like J-Rod said, Hippo and Kotul are like one of them is streaming their perspective, but like I don't know. I think all the other games are being streamed in some form.
Yeah. What okay. So who would Astrotech play next?
Ooh, that I don't know. I'd have to
because that could be the next segue.
Let me find the bracket.
Yeah.
Challenge.
Because it was Astrotech against Jerozen. and above it is Traitor against Woooo. So does he play the winner of that? The Luke mirror? Is that how that works?
It looks like one match already finished.
Whoa.
I'm sending you, unless there was another scoop. His dudeness. That's right. J-Rod's buddy said J-Rod said his buddy wasn't gonna play. There's the bracket. So Astrotech would play the winner of Woo and Rebel Traitor, the guy who runs the league.
So
yep. And so it's either Luke Red or Luke Green. No, they're both. Luke
it's a mirror. It's like a Luke Green.
But Rebel Traitor has Force Throw and freaking Overwhelming Barrage off aspect in his deck.
Why don't we pull up those lists so people can see them and kind of get into like, because you've played both this Boba Fett list a lot, and well, not the exact list, but you played this aspect Boba, and you've also played the green deck, and I know you've been playtesting with Woo, so yeah, this could be.
Woo definitely played some cards that I'm looking at. He's playing one of the something similar to what I've been running. He tried one Steadfast Battalion. He likes lieutenants, which I like how he uses them. He uses them to keep initiative, which is great for Luke. And he put in some Rogue Squadron skirmishers.
So he's keeping initiative and playing it, or he's walk people through what you mean by that.
Oh, Fleet Lieutenant. It's just a card and an attack action in the same play, so you get to do two things at once. And so if you played a 2-drop, say, or if you just if you have initiative, or even if you don't have initiative, right? Like you have one. You're doing two things. You're doing two things. So you play your card, your attack. Maybe you kill something. Maybe you hit their base. You kind of jumped ahead of them in the chain. They either have to attack if they played a card, or play a card if they attacked. Whereas you can just claim. So you just skip.
Yeah.
You just skip their turn and do two things at once, and then you're able to take initiative, which is really great for Luke because some of his early turns when you're putting on shields, it kind of slows him down, and you want to make sure your board is established when Luke comes out to either stop him from dying or make sure you start getting shields on things. So it's just a great little tool to sneak ahead in the back and forth. All right, I heard something on TTS.
He blindfolded me. Oh, I just said,
you did.
I think it's
yeah.
Oh, nice. That's pretty funny. Do you have the list up so people are looking at them?
I was just checking what was being said.
Yeah.
I have. I can put up the other list now. Oh,
yeah. Okay, so you had the Woo list.
Yeah. Now I have the Rebel Traitor list, which is it's green Luke, but splashing Force Throw, paying 3 for Force Throw, paying 7 for Overwhelming Barrage.
Yeah, I can't say I'm a fan of that. I don't think Overwhelming Barrage is worth 7, personally. Maybe I'm crazy. What are your thoughts on it?
Okay. It gives you something added for the end of the game. You have shielded guys who are presumably sticking around a while. So it can be a good way to clear the board if you're not able to do that otherwise. It's not like there are any effects that kill lots of units.
Yeah, I guess if the thing that he is worried about is getting people going wide on him, although I found that the bodies and the shields in the Luke deck when I play it are letting me keep the board manageable, and I just want to clean up a few things. So especially he's playing Skiff, so he's got a lot of good bodies on there and ways to impact the board. So I just see it and I say, why isn't there a Vanquish for, the fire spray that's just being pesky?
I guess because Overwhelming Barrage for 7 will just kill the fire spray on any 4 attack guy.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying it's for 7.
It's
inefficient for sure. I guess with all the ramp, since he has resupply and dispatcher, maybe you're just getting there quicker and he wanted stronger top end plays.
Yeah, maybe more turn 7 plays because now you have Luke or Barrage.
You get to 8 resources and you play a Kanan off dispatcher and then Overwhelming Barrage off the Kanan. So it might have more play than we give it credit for.
Well, Barrage is 7, right? So.
Oh yes, that's right. Right.
You can't do both. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It seems a bit
I'll say this.
clunky. I don't know.
I don't think any of us in our crew has tested an off aspect
I
card.
I love that he's testing it. Like I'm not trying to be closed-minded at all. I'm just trying to think like, okay, so he wants more turn 7 action because maybe he doesn't hit his Luke. Because like when I play Luke, I mean, I pretty much need him right out there. Either I'm trying to restore race or I'm setting up that -6/-6.
Yeah, I mean he's sick. He's great.
Yeah. At least like, you know, in red you could play another 7-drop with it, where in blue maybe you don't have those, or green you don't have those options. So he's going for that. It's curious. I would love to hear how it's going for him. And it kind of stinks. There's not like it would be cool to get some of these guys' perspective. Like I wish this match happened and like we could pull in, you know, a player or something.
I mean, we could go talk to Astrotech.
Yeah, I was gonna see if he wanted to. What the heck is it? Just Astrotech?
Yeah, but he's like he's in the Take the Initiative Discord.
Yeah, so I could ping him in there.
Are you in there?
Yeah.
Oh,
come
then just
on,
go.
son.
Don't ping him. Just go to table 8.
Oh, he's wait. Yeah, let me.
I'm going in there.
I'm gonna mute.
Yo.
Hello.
We're still streaming, so we figured we'd talk to you about your deck for a couple minutes because.
Like, you want to talk to us on
I wasn't gonna
stream?
ask him. I already told him he had to. We're already streaming.
Yeah.
We're already talking, so it's happening. Right,
yeah, I said that I'd chat about it in TTS. So.
Oh, okay,
no worries.
cool. All right. Well, your deck's on the screen.
Okay.
What do you?
So here's a
talk
quick
about
question.
it in general, but yeah, go ahead, Matt. Lead it off.
No, so this is not an Astrotech question. This is a logistics. Will they hear him twice if I am listening to him? Am I crazy, or is his voice going to come in once?
No, no.
Okay, we're good. Okay, this is how on savvy I am with this stuff. All right, Astrotech.
Yeah.
Listen, let's talk here. You had a grueling first match. You're tired. You know the sweat dripping after a big battle. How you feeling? How you feeling after that 15-minute wait period?
Yeah, it was a challenge, but that's part of the grind, right? Sometimes you just gotta get through it, shake it off, go into the next round. But yeah, no, I'm mixed feelings that Drosin didn't show up. I thought the matchup was going to be likely the most challenging one in the bracket for me. My list is not slanted towards playing a super late game. It's more slanted towards trying to get advantage in the Boba-Mir. And so I was expecting more Boba in the event, and there ended up only being 4. So doing, I'll see how my list works out for me. But
so I'm sure Mike has a lot of questions about your list, and I'll kick it off to him in a second. But you said you wanted to slant this towards the Boba-Mir. What are some of those cards that you can key in on that are going to help you out there?
Yeah, so the main thing for me is having a full 6 copies of turn 2 ramp in the list. Getting your Boba out on what would normally be the 4 resource turn is a pretty good way of getting an advantage in the mirror. Just stat wise, Boba is very strong, so getting him out of turn early is always beneficial. Then the next piece is this steadfast battalion. So this is a bit of mirror breaker tech that I came up with in my testing. And the plan here. Yeah,
this is an interesting card. I'm loving it. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about it.
Yeah. And so the plan here is, you're hoping to ramp on your 3 resource turn, get Boba out the following turn, and use your resources on that turn to use Energy Conversion Lab with the Steadfast Battalion to one-shot their Boba Fett before they can attack with it. Because it'll come down, attack with ambush, and its on attack will trigger, and it can target itself, giving it +2/+2. So it will attack in as a 7/7 into anything that you're ambushing. So it's a great way to ensure that you maintain your Boba advantage. Or, if they miss their ramp turn, it's a good way to press your ramp advantage by being able to swing over, one of their early plays and do a little bit of chip damage to the base.
What do you think about that, Mikey? You've played a lot of
I love
Boba.
it. And honestly, like I was playing Callus for a while and really hating it, and then I switched to the Steadfast. No, not the Lackey, the Syndicate Lackey for the 5 attack, and was really liking it. And then I switched to Rook recently, but I don't know, for whatever reason, I just thought that this guy only buffed his, only buffed another unit. So that's why I kind of ignored it, and it's like just read the card stupid kind of moment for me. But I love it. I think it's such a great call, and I can't wait to try it.
Yeah, well, one thing I'll note is, and this is, I think, the read from a lot of the community is, if you're not energy conversion labbing the Steadfast Battalion in, then it can be a little mopey. I mean, it's essentially just a 5/5 for 5. So I'm really just looking to set up that play pattern. And if it looks like I need to use energy conversion lab earlier, then I'm more looking to potentially resource the battalion, depending on the matchup.
Do you think that might warrant it being like a 2 of instead of a 3 of?
I think it should have been a 2 of going into what the metagame is, but I was expecting there to be probably 10 Boba Fett decks, and so that's why I slanted towards playing all 3.
Yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense. I mean, that's how you should approach a tournament. So have you played a lot of card games before? What have you played? Where are you from? Hit us.
Yeah, so I'm based in Minnesota, so right by Fantasy Flight. So yeah, I played, quite a bit of previous Fantasy Flight games, played Game of Thrones, Star Wars Destiny, played a little bit of the Call of Cthulhu game. Before that, my roots are in Magic the Gathering. I started playing that, I guess, like 26 years ago now. Mm-hmm. So a lot of experience there, a lot of, time in a competitive environment.
So are you guys still streaming?
We are. We're interviewing.
Oh yeah, we're doing a little interview. But Mike, the Krennic list is up, by the way.
All right.
Okay, what do you got first, Rebel Trader?
I was just saying you could stream over me and Woo if you wanted.
Are you in a break?
Okay. Yeah, we just finished game 1, so.
Okay.
Oh yeah. The Krennic list was up. I didn't realize I was not on display capture.
Yeah. If you want, Woo's the host, and the password is just his name, like Woo.
5 O's. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. We'll hop in there in a second.
Yeah, and then I won game 1, just for but we're going into
for context. Or are you bragging, baby? I'm just kidding.
All right. Thanks for the chat, Astrotech. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Happy to chat.
All right. Good luck.
Yeah, you're a cool dude, man. Good luck. Rooting for you, brother. Take care.
Thanks. See ya.
All right. So here we go. Join Woo.
We'll just go back to our chat, Mikey.
Yeah, we gotta go back to our chat.
All right. Bye, Astrotech. I'll miss you.
I'll miss you too.
Good. Glad I got that in.
And that guy's cool.
Yeah.
All right, Woo and Woo.
Looks like they haven't started game 2 yet.
Oh, they're waiting. That's pretty good. All right, so
these are also the 2 decks that we already showcased. So
yep. So it's kind of actually perfect. And once we get in there, we'll throw those up. The good thing is people have the links to the deck, so even though we had the wrong list up, it's all good.
I'm gonna try and edit everything now. I gotta find the right windows that I had open.
Oh yeah, we can for YouTube we'll clean this up. Probably take out all my rambling. How many O's is in his freaking name? 5?
5. All right, so they're drawing.
How did I remember that?
All right, I'm on clubs with Rebel Trader. I didn't see what he resourced, but he has the dispatcher start, and Woo is mulliganing.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this straight up blind.
Okay.
Is that crazy? Oh, they wanted to see the hands actually. So I lied. I'm gonna go on Woo's team.
I'm gonna go share this out. So you chat for a couple, like 30
Yeah,
seconds
sure.
while I put this into YouTube's.
So I couldn't. Woo mulligan, so he's kind of stuck with his hand, but it's got action, it's got ramp, so I don't think he's so mad at it. The thing that stinks about this hand is he didn't have anything to deal with the dispatcher right away, and then the shield. So he's really gonna have to just go heavy and go up over the top of whatever Rebel can do, but it's not easy because Rebel's coming in with probably a Yoda with a shield.
Yep.
Let's see here. Oh. Yeah. Look at that soul read. So all right, if I am Woo, I am stalling, and honestly, I'm trying to play like redemptions in the air or something. Like he's just really behind, unfortunately.
Yeah, this is a consideration where it's really rough. Where your opponent just starts with a board with 2 shields and can do stuff like that, like just take down your 5/5. It's a slow clock though, so who's got
but
3 redemptions?
Yeah,
but
I'm glad that he's like, at least he's ahead on the actual resource card, which matters for deployment, right?
Yep, and Woo has, Rebel Traitor only has, he has nothing for this turn other than a Star Viper.
Okay, so this is where Woo's really got to capitalize, because Woo's hand
he's on 5 resources.
is some big drops.
But Alliance, sorry, Dispatcher.
Yeah.
So
okay.
he had I was looking at the resources, not the Dispatcher. I forgot about it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to share this and talk at the same time. Yeah, he's got to get his Luke in there to get dirty, but the Obi-Wan just bricks him.
Yeah, he's just got to swing into it, get it low, and he's got to run out like a Callus next turn or something like that, or draw into like his own Luke. He's got an extra card, and he's got 2 redemption in hand, and he's got a Callus, but then he's got the Marine. So like, if I'm Woo right now, you just got to keep calm and realize that you have a plan, and you're gonna. And let's see what he resourced. There's only one call. Oh, interesting. So he actually resourced. Yeah.
Oh, what did he resource?
Go on. He resourced Callus instead of the 2-drop because he's gonna want to play a removal spell and drop the 2-drop. So
he's got to get rid of Obi-Wan. He can't Callus anything. So
I think that's the right call as well. The only other thing I saw there was you swing into it with Luke. Interesting. He didn't attack last turn into Obi-Wan. Oh, because takedown, playing around takedown probably.
I guess. I don't know if you have that kind of time. I think he should have. I guess if his plan was always to vanquish, then it's fine.
He drew it. Yeah, he drew it off the top.
But like getting the shield on Obi-Wan would have been really good, because now Obi-Wan is dead to the Yoda.
Mm-hmm. And that his the Krennic list is up again on our live stream. I don't know why that is. Yeah.
I have it as
must be something to do with your
Jeez.
recording. Like, oh wait, I lied. At least he's ahead. Okay, you're good. Jeez, I don't know what happened there. My bad. Okay, so he's okay. I actually liked resourcing the Callus because you need to be able to do multiple things.
He's in a good spot here.
He's coming back, but like Rebel Trader has a grip. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of cards.
Also, Rebel Trader didn't deploy his Luke.
Yeah, that's a good point. I wonder why.
So, I guess he was still on. We were still on the 5.
No, yeah. So he was still on.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
So now he's gonna get to play. Oh yeah, this is like. This has to be a complete blowout.
No, because they're still on 6. He can still bring Luke out.
That's what I'm saying. Last turn he couldn't, but here he can. So like
Yeah.
he's just so ahead. I mean, there's really nothing. I don't see anything Wu can really do here. He's used his vanquish. He's got to take to the
Yeah,
it's just
scooped him up.
so like
I'm sure
I know that you were
Dispatcher's just so far ahead.
Yeah, Dispatcher's insane. It's interesting because in my Luke builds, I almost never cut that card. Like I almost cut the 2-drop 3/3, but like you kind of have to ECL that guy the second he hits play before he can shield.
Yeah, me and
so Rebel Traitor with the 2-0. Yeah.
Yep.
I think we should go ambush him into a chat, talk to him.
He's streaming his own Rebel Traitor.
Well, maybe he wants it on the stream. Let me ask him. I think the interviews are like my favorite thing, honestly.
Well, we could just interview him separately and not stream it. Like, you know what I mean?
He's in that room alone. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right, I'm alone. Here's the Rebel Traitor list. Too many screens up is the problem. I didn't like have a clean lead in trying to navigate TTS. The problem is my third monitor's at school as a second monitor. I'm only living the 2 monitors
He's
left
good.
right now.
Let's chat with him and then.
All right.
We'll all right. See you in there.
Hey, congrats on the win.
Thanks. Game 1 was a lot closer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Walk us through game 1 because we missed it.
I mean, it like went forever. But basically it got like I was able to do a bunch of damage earlier because I had the initiative. So like I think we opened, neither of us drew the Dispatcher. It was like we both drew Battlefield Marine and then Yoda. That was our plays. But I was hitting face and he was dealing with my units. Which allowed me to like get a big damage edge early. And so we went into the late game just playing like Lukes and Redemptions and Obis back and forth. But like he was like perpetually like 1 or 2 hits away from dying, and I had like 0 damage on my base. So I was able to eventually get those 1 or 2 in that I needed.
Yeah, that's awesome. And did you end up playing Overwhelming Barrage or Force Throw at all?
I played Force Throw once and it helped a bit. I don't think I played Barrage ever.
Yeah, we're looking at the list and we haven't tested those off-brand cards like that. How have you
Force Throw, but never actually put it into play?
I tried it in a couple of games. It was okay.
It was an untested ad at the last minute for me because I had Strike True in there for a while and I never used it. And I was like,
yeah,
well, I guess it's a 3 cost. So
yeah. I felt kind of like back and forth about those. But how has Overwhelming Barrage been in your testing? Because like that's something we have not done at all. So we're curious to get your perspective on it.
It's actually been great. Like it never came up in those matches, but it's good when you draw it late game, especially into control decks. Against like aggro, you don't always get to the point where it's relevant, but it can help you stabilize theoretically. Yeah, it's good. I don't think I'd run 3 of it, but 2 is where I'm at right now, and I think that's fine.
Okay.
Did you you like the Vigilant Honor Guards a lot? I tried them. I didn't love them, and I kind of love that people are playing the Steadfast Battalion in that spot in some lists, which is something I also haven't tried, but like makes a lot of sense. I guess it's like not as good in Luke unless you ramp, but still has some strength. But yeah, talk to me about Vigilant Honor Guards because I tried them and then ended up pulling them back out.
Yeah, I don't love them either, but I think I like them more than Wedge. And I didn't try Steadfast Battalion. It sort of slipped my mind, but that would probably be
same.
I'd probably, if I did it again, I'd probably just run 2 Steadfast instead of the 2 Honor Guards.
Yeah, I think that's good.
That's probably where I'd
So-
get to. I've been running wedge, but only as a 5/5 with like slight upside.
Yeah, I'm not a wedge truther like my brother, so I like that you also are off him. I think he's gonna be good at some point.
4 attack guys. Like it just needs
Yeah.
5 attack, and
Yeah.
wedge is the only one who does that. Or
Like,
I thought.
mean, yeah. Like the only vehicles you're running are like Star Viper and like Bright Hope and Restored Arc. They're just not great.
Hmm.
Or you're not consistently in a position where you're going to get good value out of them at least.
Yeah, it's
So when you were-
marginal, but like I said, it's just like the slight upside as opposed to like having another 4 attack guy. Like I'd rather just take the upside on being a 4/4 Star Viper maybe one time in a best of 3. But I get it.
So one thing I wanted to ask, and like preparing for this event, like what were you indexing towards with this deck, and like did the meta shake out kind of like you thought?
I mainly played this deck because I was really enjoying it. Frankly, I kind of wanted to lose so I could stream other people's games.
Okay.
But it was I did think it was like a good deck. I don't think it's bad at all. I just mainly played it because I enjoy it, because I enjoy that control strategy of going forever. But I think it has good matchups into like pretty much all the slower decks. Like it even has a pretty good matchup into Boba.
Yeah,
like,
I think we saw
Boba
success with it
yeah.
against Boba.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's as good into the aggro decks, but I haven't tried as much. But also like aggro did not really come out for this tournament, so
Yeah, in the original, Swiss or whatever, there was a ton of aggro, right?
yeah.
It was really popular.
But that was also like a month ago.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just like get a match, play a game, like play a best of 3 or whatever, random times. It's no set event. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, all right. What's your opponent in the top? Oh, you're playing
Astrotech, yeah.
Yep, who we were supposed
On
to stream.
Yeah, he got a nice little scoopsy. What do you think about his deck? What do you think in there?
I mean, it's like a pretty standard Boba deck, I think. Yeah, he's not running the ATSTs, which I think is correct. Although I know you guys were trying them.
Yeah, we
so
like
the AT.
I think Luke is favored into Boba, but it really could go either way.
Yeah, we don't want to. We interviewed him, so we don't want to give away everything he said. But he was gearing for Boba mirrors with this list. Not to say that it wouldn't work well into like a similarly mid-rangey, rampy kind of thing that Luke is doing, but he had a specific strategy as to like why he didn't have the ATSTs.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. He thought it was going to be like 10 Boba Fett's out of 16.
Yeah, a lot of people did, I think.
Yeah.
But instead we got 2. But both of them didn't move on, so.
Well, you get J-Rod moving on automatically.
Yeah.
So one remains.
All right. Well,
No,
we
both
appreciate.
of them remain.
Oh yeah, that's right. The yellow ones didn't, right?
Actually, wait. When?
Oh, you sound like you're going under a.
Yeah, we lost you.
Yeah,
no,
we're
Poison
losing
Ivy
you.
moved on with Luke.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Wait, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So both the green Bobas moved on. J-Rod automatically, and Astrotech, I guess, also automatically.
Yeah.
And then Poison Ivy also automatically. So
Oh,
3
wow.
Bobas got free wins. And the other one is going against Poem's Tarkin deck, which I think is the most interesting deck of the tournament.
Yeah, that is interesting. I'm curious to see how that shakes out. When is your matchup against Astrotech? Like whenever you want, or you guys have it timed?
I'm timing it.
Oh, okay.
It's just like an hour per round, right?
Oh, okay. So at 12.
Yeah. All right, cool, man. Well, we appreciate the interview.
Yeah, appreciate you guys streaming and helping spread the word about the Top Gun.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Of course.
We'll try and do it next season too.
Yeah, I'm gonna play in the next one, so looking forward to seeing you
okay.
there, buddy.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll
it's
stream-
normally
stream.
So. Did you guys ever play in the Artificery League in Destiny?
Yep.
I did not. Mike.
I won the first season of Artificery League in Destiny. Oh no, maybe that was the Patreon only league, but I did play in the Artificery League. Yeah.
Okay, but normally it's going to be like that where the top cut matches are spread out across the month, but because we're in spoiler season, everyone wanted to do it all on the same day, so that's what we ended up doing. So
Cool, man.
Normally it won't be like this, but we'll still be happy to have you.
Sweet, yeah.
Awesome.
Just happy to scratch the itch. All right, buddy. Good luck in the next round.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching.